my name is JeriniceQuiles, and I'm here to tell you about the different developmental stages of your life. Stay tuned. I interviewed 3 people, all in different life stages. The first was Sarah, a single 25-year-old recent USF graduate. The second was Tina, a married 45-year-old woman with 3 children, and lastly was Nancy, a 70-year-old unemployed grandmother of 10 grandchildren. When interviewing Sarah, whom is in her prime adulthood, I noticed a lot of anxiety towards the future. Although she did earn a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, she still did not have a set career path. Sarah is experiencing pragmatic thought. By narrowing down her possible career paths, she is taking into account her interest in children and helping people change their lives. She mentioned that there was a job opening in North Carolina that she might be interested in, but she would have to relocate. She was engaging in cognitive affective complexity by realizing the pros and cons of this possible job opportunity. In contrast, Tina, in her middle adulthood years, feels completely comfortable in her career. She considers herself an expert in her position as a nurse and feels like she was completely understanding of her field. This, of course, did not just happen overnight. People in Tina's age group gain their expertise with experience and extensive education in their particular field. With age, Nancy, who is in her late adulthood, has experienced a decline of her prospective memories. She often forgets about doctor's visits, birthdays, and television programs that she planned on watching. This is because of her slowed down fluid intelligence. On the contrary, Sarah feels like she is always on top of things. While she was still at USF, she felt like once she sat down in the classroom, she could grasp whatever the professor was teaching that day without a problem. Tina, too, feels intelligent. Her crystallized intelligence is still high and aids her in her career by being able to assess situations quickly and find solutions and patterns, making her one of the best nurses in her unit. The only downfall that Tina has experienced since her youth is her ability to grasp new information and transfer it in her long-term memory. This is called her working memory. She now sometimes finds herself rereading articles about nursing and new technologies being used in her profession, which she is also finding a little more difficult to keep up with. All 3 women felt uncomfortable with their appearance. They all had complaints about how they looked and how their bodies functioned. Sarah was overweight and felt as though it kept her from doing certain activities that she wished she could do with her same-age friends. Tina used to run a lot in her youth and now is forced to reduce her regular exercise to a brisk walk because of her arthritis in her knee. Lastly, Nancy has to take breaks between her daily chores because she gets easily tired and out of breath. Her old age has made her weak, and she can no longer lift heavy objects, walk too far without a cane, or clean the house without taking many long breaks in order to rest. All 3 expressed unhappiness with their weight and felt as if their appearance and health was a very important priority. Most young adults don't take their health very seriously, but Sarah did express some interest in her health, especially because of her weight gain. She also believes that it is especially hard for her to lose weight, which can be explained by the adaptive thermogenesis mechanism that kicks in during famine, causing the body to burn fewer calories. Comparingly, the drastic differences between Sarah and Nancy were pretty astonishing. Nancy basically has a cocktail of medicines she must take in order for her body to function normally and keep the pain at bay every day. She suffers from high cholesterol, sleep apnea, rheumatoid arthritis, and cataracts in her eyes. Regardless of their physical and external problems, all 3 interviewees reported being generally happy people with healthy relationships. Tina is married with 3 children and feels like her husband is very helpful. Tina is experiencing marital equity, where her and her husband equally share familial responsibilities. She feels as though they provide support for each other, love and acceptance, which are signs of secure attachment. Nancy no longer feels as though she has any goals to reach. The only interest she has now is watching television and spending time with family. She is especially excited to become a great grandmother because she feels as though it is a new opportunity to raise another child and feel alive and needed again. Many people in their late adulthood feel as though they have no purpose, and many fall into depression. Tina is also afraid of losing her purpose, which she says is raising her children. She fears having an empty nest, which is likely to also bring a reduction in marital satisfaction. It is common for adults after retirement to have low self-esteem. Sarah, on the other hand, believes as though finding meaningful relationships and attractions with other people, on the other hand, believes as though finding meaningful relationships and attractions with people of the opposite sex is very complicated. She is looking for someone who is intelligent and successful and also funny. These are traits that are highly similar with her own personality traits. She feels as though that would be the best match for her, and this is explained by the attraction similarity hypothesis, which states that most people, when looking for a romantic partner, prefer those with similar traits. When expressing their opinions about their current life stage, they all expressed content and acceptance. Both Tina and Nancy said their favorite time of life has been their prime adulthood years. Tina described her 20s as having feelings of vitality in body and mind. Those are the times of adrenaline and new and exciting experiences. Sarah, whom is currently in this age frame, likes being her age, but says it has its downfalls. She feels as though she is too young for certain things, but at the same time feels too old for others. They all expressed some anxieties about the future, mostly uncertainty and fear, but there was also some excitement to see where life would take them. This has been JeriniceQuiles. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time.